Club fan channel. Make sure you're following us now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. The link is in the description below.
Welcome back to the Top 6 today, sponsored by Quiz. Make sure you get yourself an account signed up right away because we're going to be putting you versus the panel live to test your football knowledge later in the show. You can scan the QR code or click on our link in the live comment section or description below. A brilliant panel for you tonight. We've got man like Giuseppe back on the show with us, aka Young Calafiori. We've got Ram on the show, middle of summer, got a hoodie on. Well done, you.
David's pissing down, Terry.
He did. David is back with us, looking fresh after graduation, and of course, a wonderful trip to Germany with yours truly. And of course, there he is, man like Henry Wright, aka the new clickbait king, Uncle Fester, stroke Malfoy. How are you, everybody? All well?
Yeah, good, mate.
Yeah, all good.
Decent. Still waiting for that football video to drop. But...
Still waiting for Liverpool to sign
something. No, the football, you know, KJ lost a hard drive on his way home on the train.
He did not.
He did.
He did not.
He lost it. KJ lost the hard drive. My volley's gone.
There was one volley that was recorded.
The volley's class. You're telling me the one good bit of football that I did that actually proves I can actually kick a ball is
I don't believe it, David.
No, Terry talks.
David scored an absolutely ridiculously good free kick. And also in games, David's actually really good in matches. Like in a match, he was good.
I didn't play organized football until I was like 14 or 15. So my ball skills are dreadful. I know it. But you put me in the game, I've got the intangibles. I've got the IQ. So that's
basically
what he's got is a lot of speed and a lot of strength, and he can just bludge everybody off the ball.
And some long legs.
He's good. He was decent. And in goal as well. It's funny because he's just why we're calling him Lely. You'd blast the ball at him, he'd save it. Everybody else would go, that hurts. He's just like like that. Yeah. That was great. Look, viewers, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribing. Loads to talk about today. I want to start off with some breaking news that came out. That's why we're a little bit late going live. And that is that Manchester City have reportedly submitted a bid for Dani Olmo, along with Barcelona, whose bid has, we heard, been rejected as Leipzig believe it to be absolutely insulting with the kind of clauses they've added into it. But Dani Olmo, he can play out wide, predominantly plays as that sort of attacking midfielder number 10. Giuseppe, how good a piece of business could this be for Manchester City?
Yeah. It's not what you like to hear with Man City. I think he's perfect for Man City, to be honest. I think he's a great player for Man City. I think he's someone who can cover creatively for Kevin De Bruyne as well if he gets injured or whatever. He don't look like he's going this season, but when he goes next season, I think he looked quality for Spain. I think he looked quality last season for Leipzig. I think he's a great signing, man. I think he's quite a clutch player as well, which is something they've been losing. They've been losing clutch players, and I feel like they're bringing one in. But listen, you never know. Maybe the Premier League won't suit him as much. Maybe, I don't know. But no, I think he'll be quality for them. And now City are starting to look like they're doing a bit of business because I know they've been sort of quiet and that. If this bid's true, if they've bid for him, I think that he's going to be a City player, to be honest. I think if they're actually going for him, they're going to get this done because it ain't extortionate amounts of money Leipzig are asking for either. So, but them clauses from Barca were ridiculous. 2 Champions Leagues for 10 million.
Just to read it out. So Barca, I mean, I've had I don't know where it's come from. I've had people in my DMs all afternoon saying, I can't believe, Terry, you think Barca are broke. And I actually don't understand it because I've not said they're broke. I've just said that they've got some financial issues. We all know that. It's kind of weird that it's been twisted into they don't. So they bid 40 million fixed, 10 million payment every January until 2028, a 20 million in bonuses, which are broken into 10 million if he wins 2 La Ligas, 5 million each, and 10 million for winning 2 Champions Leagues, 5 million each. Leipzig consider this to be a ridiculous and insulting offer. is what's been said. So look, Man City don't have the financial issues. They don't have the financial restraints. They're better than Barcelona. They've got a better manager than Barcelona. He's going to pick Barca, surely, Henry.
Well, his destination, like, he prefers Barca, but I think that's your long-term Kevin De Bruyne replacement there. Like, he does have a few injury concerns of last season. I think the first game of the Bundesliga season, like their version of the Community Shield, he banged a hat-trick against Bayern. He had really good form towards the end of the season, took that into the Euros. It'd be very interesting to see how him and Foden both play, because Olmo is very similar, can play in the 10 but play out wide. But if they snap him up, then Arsenal are going to have to go out there and spend more money it's kind of like a game of chess now. Now that Arsenal have got Calafiori, the defenses are very, very similar. If they get Olmo, then Arsenal go out and get a midfielder. But I think it'd be absolutely brilliant for the Premier League. I think he's a set-piece taker. His weight of pass is brilliant. He can shoot from distance. He suits a tiki-taka system similar to what Spain play like with Barcelona and City. So if they get it done, that's definitely one to watch in the next couple of days.
Let me ask you a question, Ram. What does this say about Phil Foden? Every City fan you speak to says Phil Foden's best position is the sort of number 10 attacking midfield role. Finally, you know, all the players that have ever been ahead of Foden are leaving or have gone, and they're signing Olmo. Is this bad news for Foden or just great competition for Manchester City?
That's great competition. I mean, no matter who City sign, they are going to bolster their squad, even with their starting 11. That's why they win the big trophies and they win multiple league titles in a row, because they strengthen. They don't get rid of their best player in order to bring in another player, as certain clubs like Liverpool do. They always look to strengthen their team every single moment. And I hear people say Kevin De Bruyne replacement. I don't see it as a Kevin De Bruyne replacement. He is most suited for an attacking midfield role. And he's not, because Kevin De Bruyne for me is a player that could get into the deeper positions, almost the kind of player who gets into more advanced positions, uses his awareness and uses his surroundings and gets into great positions to get a goal. That's what his best attribute. His technical ability, he can shoot from distance and all that, but he is, I think for me, he is more suited to the front three, because when I talked about him last couple of seasons ago, I wanted him to replace Bobby Firmino for me. He was the ideal Bobby Firmino replacement, but sadly my club didn't do anything about that. I feel as though it gives Manchester City options in the fact that if Haaland doesn't end up working out in a game, bring on Dani Olmo. Bring him on to be more or less a false nine, or like a creative player to add to the attack, or someone to play off Erling Haaland. I think the Kevin De Bruyne replacement, I think they're going to get someone else to do that. I don't think Olmo is. I think he's best suited in that front three, Manchester City.
So could he be more of a replacement for Julian Alvarez, who is asking to leave potentially?
That you hit the nail right in the head. I feel as though if Alvarez does leave, on the head, in the head. Allow me. But yeah, is exactly that. Julian Alvarez, Dani Olmo, similar kind of build. I would say a little bit different kind of players, but I think Olmo is a bigger upgrade than Julian Alvarez. Olmo's a lot more clinical, a lot more technical, in my opinion, than Alvarez. I think if they get him and Alvarez goes, it's a strength for them. It's just strengthened them. He's that good.
You know, plus, you say he's not. When I hear, you say, sorry, bro. You know, you say he ain't a Kevin De Bruyne replacement, though. But like, we're not saying he's going to be exactly like Kevin De Bruyne. What I'm saying personally is he's gonna be the one that brings that creativity to the team when they haven't got Kevin De Bruyne. He's going to bring the goals and the assists and stuff. And I think he's not bought. By the way, I disagree completely. I don't think he's brought in to be a striker. I do not at all think he's getting brought in to be a striker for Manchester City. He might go there in games. They might change the system and tweak it in game. But
an auxiliary forward for me.
I think he's going to be a cam. I think the attacking midfield is going to be his main position in this. And that is where last season they were playing Phil Foden. And the thing with Phil Foden is I feel like his creativity is very like for himself. Like he creates a goal for himself rather than like creating for everyone else and himself, if that makes sense. So I think that it is going to be it is going to get in the way of Foden And I think that, and I think I feel a bit sorry for Foden because it's like they don't obviously fully trust him. Because I look at them getting this guy before they're getting a Rodri replacement, someone to back up Rodri, which tells me that obviously maybe it's because he's available. But yeah, I think that he takes Phil Foden's position in the middle of the park, personally.
But for me, I don't think it's cut out and dry. I still, for some reason, I think Barcelona's still in it, even though they have no finances at all. There's something about Catalonian players and they want to play for Barcelona. Given the fact that he was let go when he was 15, he would want to go back and win trophies for Barcelona. He's a Barcelona boy.
I agree.
Grew up with the academy and everything like that. I don't think it's cut out and dry. So I think if City fans are getting a bit hyped up about it, just slow down for a little bit.
It's cut and dry.
Sorry.
It's cut and dry.
Hey, it's after work. I'm tired. Let me be, man. Let me be.
But no, on a real level, in fairness, I can't spell cut and dry, but there we go. We all have our vices, don't we? I get where you're coming from. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. Although they've got financial issues, Barcelona, bruv, that is a headpiece, bruv. That's looking smart, Jords. Long time no see, bro. I like it. From this angle, is that a beret?
No, it's a do-rag.
From the angle it was at, I thought he'd come on with a beret. I was like, that is strong, brother. That is strong, my G.
You should know by now, I'm a do-rag specialist. Man.
No, it's nearly always is. It's just the angle and it looked like a bubble on top, bruv. I was like, damn, it's Frank Spencer. A big up, George. Long time no see, my guy. Barcelona right out of this race, 110%. As powerful as City are, they're much better. Of course, he would want to play for them. People still. I say this about Chelsea all the time. Yes, they're in a mess, but people still want to play for them. They don't lose their prowess and their pull and their prestige because of a bad couple of years. There's no doubt about it. But what I will say is, Abs, when you're saying we have money, I'm not saying you have no money. I'm saying that you don't have great finances. Can we agree on that Barca don't have great finances? Because if you did...
They're doing FM transfers. That's what I do when I've got 10 mil left and I want to sign an 8. I'll put 10 mil up front. I'll give you 30 mil in another 5 years. And then if I win the Champions League, even though I'm bloody West Brom, then I might give you 20 mil. Like that's literally what's going on here. They ain't got money like that.
I think if Man City accept Man City's bid, he goes Man City. I don't care that he's better. I personally do not think he picks Barcelona over Man City in any way.
I don't know, Giuseppe. I disagree. If both bids are accepted, he goes Barcelona. I think he goes.
Who's the last Catalonian player to leave Barca and then reject a move back? Because Fabregas did it.
Piqué did it.
You're talking about Barcelona Prime.
But the thing is, if I'm advising Olmo, I kind of get why I would want to go back. And look, they did win a league title just 2 seasons ago. So the thing is, over there, because it's literally a 2-horse race, essentially, you can actually have a down period and still win major trophies. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you go through bad periods and still win because they're so potent and strong compared to everybody else other than Real Madrid. So he's still going to win things. But it's a real interesting one. It would really show where City are in the world of football now if they both get a bid accepted and a Catalonian-born player says no to Barca for Man City, who do have the best Catalonian manager of all time managing them for the time being. So there we go. But viewers, look, I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know what you feel. Leave us your comments below. If you haven't hit the like button yet, get that done and get quiz downloaded or get an account set up. You're going head-to-head in quizzes later with our panel on the show. Tommy here, Tommy Tornado. Tommy Tornado. Is that a darts player, I assume? It sounds like a darts name. He says, Terry, when are you doing Prem predictions? That will be on the closest possible top 6 show to the season kicking off. So that'll be 3 weeks today. 3 weeks today, and then we'll revise them again after the transfer window ends because you always have to. You never know who someone's going to buy in that particular time period. I want to talk a little bit about Tottenham because there's a big story that Ivan Toney has got his heart set on joining you, which we're going to get onto. Before that, Jords, you have signed today. Is it Min-Hyeok? Is his name?
Do you know what? I'm not even going to try and say his name.
I think it's Min-Hyeok. I think
I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm just going to say Heung-min Son Regen. Yeah, we found another one. That's what they're saying so far. It's
got the here we go. It's got the here we go today. So, what's your thoughts on this unknown quantity that you've signed?
Well, I'm not going to sit here and say that I've watched him in any piece. I've seen a few videos of him. He looks a bit tricky.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. We've all got
kids, so we all know it's going to be a long couple of weeks.
Bro. It's madness. It's a madness. I've got the kids and the dog now. Today my dog was eating my set. He's eating my wall in my studio. He's bored. It's crazy. Sorry, go on, bro.
A lot to go on, man. No, it is, but back to it. So he looks like a decent player. I'm not going to hype him up or try to put any expectation on it. He's going to come back in January, I believe, and we'll see what he's got. He's 18 years old, supposed to be one of the top wonder kids coming out of that league, but we always hear this. So, I mean, we'll see how a player is when he comes to the Premier League and show his real character. Because Brian Hill, I mean, we paid an arm and a leg for him. I honestly couldn't say that I've seen a worse player play for my team. And
we can't even give him away.
I don't. Yeah, I guarantee when we sell him, I think we're going to be giving him away for free. So we've literally about 40 million down the drain on him in like market.
And Lamella.
Crazy.
You spent 40 mil on Brian Hill.
Oh, it was 25 million
and Lamella.
But Lamella
I realize when you lot sign wonder kids, it don't work. It don't work. Lamella didn't work. Brian Hill didn't work.
I want to know. Is it? I think it's people are saying it's pronounced Min-Hyeok. Isn't it amazing how the world works? Like we've had one of the most trended videos in the world of Hok Tour, and now a player has got a name that sounds similar. In terms of the memes, the memes are going to be, if that's how his name's pronounced, the memes are going to be a madness. But if anybody speaks South Korean, I can only count to 10 in Korean because I did Korean martial arts, Tang Judo. But if anybody speaks Korean and can tell us how to pronunciate it correctly, let us know. I run it through Google Translate, and I swear it came out like Min-Hyeok. But I don't want to get it wrong. But also Ivan Toney, boys. So the report I read earlier today is that he's got his heart set on the Tottenham Hotspur. Henry, that must get the juices flowing a little bit more. That must tickle your pickle a little bit.
Yeah, that sort of signing it would definitely excite a lot of Tottenham fans. But I don't really get what our strategy is. I said this backstage and I say it again. It looks like our strategy at the moment, we've got more 18-year-olds signing up to us than bloody OnlyFans, right? We've got Archie Gray, we've got Bergval, we've got this, however you pronounce him, Whack, right? If we get Toney, that will slowly, because at the moment there's a lot of unrest in our fan base. Like Jords will tell you, we're all at each other's throats. Why is there no transfer business? We're out in Japan playing Vissel Kobe, and then the club are tweeting out pictures of James Maddison on his flipping Nintendo. Like, where are the players? Like
the PR, brother. The PR
Toney would be brilliant, absolutely brilliant for us. You talk about a Kane replacement. It'd be my number one out of all the strikers we're linked with. I've said this for a long time. Bring him in. Plus, we've got a homegrown problem as well. So
that's the way I see it as well, Henry. The way we got to look at it, I think the strategy at the moment is Ange likes young players. Young players are impressionable. When you've got a manager that's new into the club, they're easy to sort of grow your style of football onto them. They're going to pick it up a lot quicker. So that's why he picks up a lot of young players. That works out the Spurs project. And let's be honest here, I think the young crop of players we've got coming through is one of the best young crop of players in the Premier League right now. That's not even me being arrogant. If you look at the players, the likes of Mikey Moore, Will Lancashire, Lucas Bergvall, Destiny, I can ring off more names if you want, but I don't want to get you guys jealous.
Mikey Moore's the one. The club are banging on Mikey Moore.
So getting a player like Ivan Toney, I feel like we need players with that experience, players with that arrogance, someone who can come in the team and know that they can take that striker spot for themselves. So someone like Ivan Toney, for me, that's a transfer that will it shows that we could be a bit more serious in the window, because right now, as Henry says, we have been poor, and I've been getting onto the club. There's not been enough shown, and all these young signings, it's not enough. We need to do more.
Half of them players that you mentioned,
wake us up a little.
Never heard of them. Like, who the hell is Mikey Moore?
The only one I heard about is a doggy. He's the
Mikey Moore. He come out of our academy. We like Borussia Dortmund put offers in. Liverpool put offers in for him.
Oh my God. Henry, we went through your academy. Your academy stinks.
Yeah, I know. It's been very
the news come out that just a year ago, when he was 15 years old, clubs in the Premier League were putting 8-figure offers in. So
I'll be honest with you, boys. I I'll be honest with you, I can't take Spurs' academy seriously.
Yeah,
the Spurs academy that won. Wait, the Spurs academy that won the under 21s last year. The one with the player of the season. And
I'll be honest with you. You've had Harry Kane, and you've had Sol Campbell, you've had Ledley King in the last 40 years. The amount of times I hear Spurs fans talk about Parakeet, about Ruby Scott.
He's not even a Spurs player anymore.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like the way the Harry Winks, the Iniesta, the North London Iniesta.
But if you paid attention to the international tournament as well in the Euros, what was it? The under 17s were they playing just a month ago? Mikey Moore, one of the star players of the tournament yet again. So it's not something that
Ryan Brewster got top goal scorer in under 17.
Keep your eyes on. You're going to see him. He's going to play this season, and you guys are going to see.
We're not doing
I will. And look, if he's good, I'll praise him, bro. There's no agenda. It's just Spurs' academy. Just in my lifetime, the amount of players that have been hyped, and then it's not even about making it a Spurs. It's not, most of them don't even become Premier League players. It's lower levels consistently. So for me, there's always too much hype around Spurs academy players, in my personal opinion. And listen, for your sake, I hope he's really good. And I assume being called Michael Moore, I assume he's English.
Mikey Moore, yeah, he's an English player.
Yeah, well then great. Do you know what I mean? If you guys got a good English player, that benefits me. I'll be well up for it, mate. But I don't know. I think Ivan Toney, though, listen, I still cannot fathom why Arsenal and the like have not gone in for him. Chelsea need him yesterday. They need him. I'd like Man United to sign him. We've got 2 strikers. I'd like to go and sign him. I think he'd be phenomenal for Tottenham. I really, especially after watching Harry Kane this summer, I was like, I know you guys didn't want to lose him, but that man's legs have gone. Bring in Ivan Toney, energy, great hold-up play, good finisher. He'll bring everybody around him into the game so much more. And with the way Ange plays football, getting it to the byline and cutting the ball back, that's the bread and butter of Ange football. And I've seen people slag that off. I'm like, bro, that's just good football. Ivan Toney is that is food and drink to that man. It is bread and butter. He is going to absolutely lap it up. And there's rumors that you might be able to get him for 40 odd million pounds. When you consider you spent 60 mil on Richard, and you could get Ivan Toney for 20 million less. Again, I don't have an agenda. I'm just saying. I think you're Archie Gray. I think excellent business for you. I think there's a wonderful talent in there. You bring in Ivan Toney. I know you still need more. That's a really good summer so far, I think, for Spurs. If Ivan Toney joins, I really do. I really do.
Ivan Toney will be great for Spurs, to be honest. He's the proper replacement. And listen, his dreams to play for Spurs, okay, it's because no one else did for you, mate. Let's be honest, but fair enough. Listen,
no, he's not said that. He said his dream was play for Man United, Liverpool.
He said his dream was play for Liverpool.
He's Scouts fan.
But listen, he'll be a great signing, a great signing for Spurs. He's the sort of signing that sort of puts a bit of a stamp on the Spurs Ange's, because these youngsters that you're signing, I'm being real. You've signed 2 midfielders that are 18 years old, right? That one that's the fake Odegaard that everyone seems to be in love with. And obviously the young Gray. So listen, but the way you play football, it's dangerous having youngsters in that midfield, because you count a lot on that midfield, the style of play. If you've got youngsters, you can get torn apart by good teams, So I think you've got to be careful, but you're setting yourselves up to foul a little bit if you don't sign an Ivan Toney or something, because these youngsters, it's all right signing them, but if you're finishing 8th and that, they leave. I'll be real. And with that Mikey Moore, I actually have seen him play and I actually rate him. And I think he's probably one player that out of all the players you've named will probably become something. But at the same time, you've had a stain on you now with Harry Kane. Harry Kane, I'm going to be real, for your youngsters, has stained your club, because you're telling me now that players like Mikey Moore ain't going to look at Harry Kane and be like, yeah, he was loyal to the club, but they weren't loyal to him and he won nothing. So when these guys get to the point where they start getting good, are they going to do a Harry Kane and stick
that's
to the
such
team?
But that's just such a poor way to paint the picture, because it wasn't, we wasn't loyal to him. He didn't perform in the finals to make him lift his own trophy.
When I say you weren't loyal,
he was the star player. He was the guy that was supposed to lead us. It wasn't. We wasn't supposed to lead him to a trophy. He was supposed to take our team to a trophy.
I agree.
That's
I agree
what I
with
wanted
that, by the way. When I say you weren't loyal to him, yeah, I mean, when you had a gentleman's agreement to let him go, you didn't want to let him go, and you made him stay, and you cost him going to Man City and winning trophy after trophy after trophy. Yeah,
of course.
That's what I mean. So no player's ever going to do that for you again, or your youngsters. I mean, that's why I'm saying it's dangerous. But regardless, yeah, Tottenham, if they get Ivan Toney, it's great signing. And I think it's probably the best striker you're actually able to get. Like, I don't know why Arsenal ain't gone for him. Apparently, it's an attitude issue, or they just want a different target. It looks like we're gonna go for Gyökeres. I would actually take Gyökeres over Toney. That is a risk, by the way. I'm not saying he's guaranteed to be better than Toney, but I think Arsenal are in the place where
that's a conversation to be had, though. That's what I was gonna say with Toney. If any club, not even just trying to be biased now that he's interested in Spurs, but Toney, I don't think you can name 5 better strikers in the league than Toney, or 5 better strikers more available than Toney. I think Toney's probably one of the best strikers around, and especially for £40 million, you can't get much better than him.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Toney's quality.
Yeah. I mean, James here says The Athletic said Arsenal players don't like Toney. Toney's best mate in the England camp's Declan Rice. Like, again, I'm not. The problem is every time I see Toney, when I see content and footage of him, and I know that sometimes people can put on the facade, but there's nothing about the way he behaves that makes me think arsehole. Maybe some of the things, the whole F Brentford stuff. I understand why a lot of young men, why a lot of virgins, why a lot of maybe sad, like sad men that are like with a woman they don't want to be with and they're really depressed at home. I get why they would be annoyed at that, because they're looking at it, good-looking young man, wealthy, beautiful-looking woman, acting like a bit of an idiot. Oh, I hate that. It's more I hate that I'm not doing that than it is I hate what they've done. Ivan Toney's not a bad egg, in my opinion. I just don't think he is. I really, really don't. And I think everyone that's not trying to buy him, including my club, Man United, is going to end up regretting this. And I do think he has a bit of dog in him, where if some of those clubs he really wants to go to don't come in and he ends up going Spurs, I believe he'll give it his all. And I believe he'll have the bit between his teeth to go, I'm going to show you guys you were wrong, which is great news. Great news to Tottenham in my humble opinion. But viewers, look, I don't remember now.
Is it caught offside?
No, it was somebody else that reported it. I'm gonna have to go and try and find it now.
Because Paul O'Keefe come out yesterday and said that 3 Tottenham, and he's like in the Tottenham world, he's like Al Romano, and he said that 3 deals are done behind the scenes, and what they will be announced after the Vissel Kobe game. Wow! So if now the
what game is that?
I think Pedro Neto is
it was TalkSport, to be fair. It was TalkSport that said it. It said TalkSport said that Ivan Toney has got his heart set on the move to Tottenham this summer, despite interest from Arsenal and Chelsea. Is the headline? Then there's an article on it. So
interesting.
Yeah. Maybe you guys have got them done. You'll get it over the line. Why have you got to wait until after that game to announce it?
I don't know. That's just what he said in one of the replies. He said he'll hear more and expects after.
I think that is that not in relation to the signing that we just had now, that Min-Hyeok.
Well, maybe, but he did say there are 3 players deals that are done, and one of them apparently is going to be Pedro Neto.
Young Min-Hyeok. That's the Google Translate. Can you guys hear that? It doesn't come through yet. Young Min-Hyeok. I'm going to get him to say it in Korean. Young Min-Hyeok. Yeah, Hyuk. Yeah, I think Hyuk. Maybe. I hope it's right. I'm not trying to even be rude. I'm trying to pronounce it.
Oh, God. If he has a bad game, it's going to be Stinker and Hooked.
He twerked only for Arsenal in recent interviews.
Players twerk for every club, man.
Yeah, of course. Hit the like button. Thank you, people. Interesting story that came out today, that Branthwaite has rejected a new deal at Everton, and has essentially said, unless you match the £160,000 a week that Manchester United were going to pay me, I am not signing a new deal. So it doesn't. The thought was that this deal was over. He'd get a new deal, he'd sign it, and it'll be the end of it. But Branthwaite seemingly sort of pushing for a little bit of a move, you could argue here, by saying, I'm not just going to sign a new deal for an extra 30-40 grand a week. You either give me what United gave me, or I'm not signing one, which of course strengthens Man United's position in the pursuit of him. We haven't pushed on with the De Ligt deal, and it's quite well publicised that we want 2 centre-backs. Thoughts on that, David?
He's a good centre-back. And I can see why you'd sign him. My only issue with it is, do you want two very young centre backs being your main centre back pairing? That'd be my only. Well, of course, there's Lissandro already, so yeah. But obviously, Lenny Rowe's only 18. Do you really want to have potentially a centre back pairing where you have an 18-year-old and I think Jared's 21? I want to say
22.
Like 22.
I think 22. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's just have two young centre backs. That'd be my only issue with it. But apart from that, it's a good signing, and it's a good partner to have. He's been very good. Should have been.
I think he's more than right. I think he's more than right in a position to do what you're saying. I demand 160k that you guys are offering, because they're making it a tough price, pushing for that 70 million that we all know he's not worth that. He's trying to push up for a price that Everton are just being cheeky. So I think what he's doing right now, demanding for the 160 or making himself leave, he's in a good position. But Man United, I do have to disagree with David there. I think you guys having two younger centre backs, with them being young, you don't really have to look at their age. They both played quite a bit of games for the age that they are. I think Euro got into the league on team of the season. If I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he may have got into the team of the season. And Branthwaite's been playing for a few years at the top level. So even though they're young, one of them will be deputising the other and sort of battling out for that second position to partner Lissandro. So it could be a good pairing. I think it's probably what Ten Hag's needed to potentially, because I actually had a lot of young players and it seemed to work for him doing that. So I think it could be good for Man United.
Branthwaite has played 115 professional games. So that for me, I agree with you. That kind of fits into that mold of, and he's 22. He's young, but he's not a baby, if that makes sense. He's experienced enough. There's still some rawness there, no doubt. I'd still prefer Branthwaite over De Ligt. I like De Ligt. I think he's a good player, but something about Branthwaite, Lenny Euro, Lissandro as our main three centre backs. I like all their ability on the ball. I like their know-how. I like their profiles. I love the age of them all. Got one of the best centre-backs in the world in Lissandro, if we can keep him fit. Those two then being kind of nurtured around them, I think would be absolutely brilliant. But I also like what Branthwaite's doing. If I try and remove my Man United hat and stop, don't look at it from my perspective, I find too many players try to get moves away and then they sign these new deals. And I get that you've got to take care of yourself in the here and now. You can get a bad knee injury, never play again, theoretically. So you want to try and get as much money in on a contract as you can. But he signs a new deal that's worth 100 grand a week. It makes it even harder for him to leave next year, as an example. And I sort of sit there and think, back yourself a little bit and say, actually, no, I'm not signing a new deal. We mentioned Harry Kane earlier. I think the biggest mistake he made was carried on. When Spurs went through that process of, it felt like every 18 months, all your best players are getting new deals. And it made it harder for the likes of Harry Kane to leave, when one, he would have made you guys more money and he was probably going to go out at a better stage in his career. And I know it's hard because, again, these footballers want to earn their money. They want it on a contract. They want to know that they're fixed for life no matter what happens. And I'm not too sure what he earns. I'm sure it isn't too much money at the age that he is at Everton. But I like what he's doing. I think it's the right thing. He clearly doesn't want to be there anymore. He's had his head turned. And I know that Everton are sort of playing hardball and they want stupid money off Man United, like 70-odd million pounds. But him doing this, it helped. I mean, I hope it goes further. I hope he throws in a transfer request as well and drives that price down. I think what we offered for him, 40 to 50 million, I think it's a really fair price. According to the report, it's 160k a week.
He's on 35k, Evan.
Yeah, so I kind of get why he might sign a new deal, but it's a case of, unless they're going to pay you close to that 160, don't do it. Like 30 grand a week, still a lot of money. Don't sign it.
4 times his wages, though. Like, he's got to be thinking, hang on, I can earn this at the biggest club. Well, in my opinion, top 3 biggest clubs in the world.
The only problem is, like, for him, I'm with Tel. I wouldn't sign it if I'm him. Why? You're going to get picked up. It does. Like, I know people say if you get injured, if that, but as a player, you're never really fully thinking like that, are you? You don't play the game by game thinking I could never play again tomorrow, sort of thing. Listen, they're being out of order to him. So therefore, I think they deserve him to do what he's doing. I think he's done nothing wrong. They're outpriced him massively. When you've seen Euro go for 50 million, you've seen Calafiori go to Arsenal for 35. Yeah, you're looking at these sort of transfers and you're going, so why are you asking for 70 million for this guy? you're just outpricing him because you can and you want to make money.
They don't need to sell.
Premier League tax, homegrown tax.
This Premier League tax needs to end.
If you look at it from Everton's point of view, it's their one of their best players they've produced in a while. They don't have to sell because they've sold Onana for 50 mil. They need him to survive in the Premier League. You've got to buy him out. It's the same thing. Is Declan Rice really 100 mil? No, but to West Ham, he was worth that. So Arsenal paid it. So to Everton are saying he's worth it.
I kind of get that, but if Onana, I mean, typically speaking, midfielders are more expensive than defenders, and strikers and attackers are more expensive than midfielders, typically speaking. So if their best midfielder, who they also need to survive, is sold for 50 million, you can't be asking for 20 million pounds more for a less experienced player who doesn't even play for his international side, who plays in a position that is typically cheaper to buy. He is not a better centre back than Onana is midfielder. So even on a pound for pound level, it doesn't make sense.
Now Onana's gone, he's needed even more. Because if you get rid of both of them, then you've got to fix 2 holes in your squad.
I get it, but I mean, they have got financial issues. There's no doubt that they're 600 million in debt with a club that only turns over 170 million a year. Their takeover has fallen through. They're an absolute... listen, I hope nothing bad happens to their football club. I really, really do. But I agree. I think they're taking the proverbial out of the player. They're being exceedingly greedy because of their financial issues. And I think they're dealing with the Man United of the last 11 years and not the new regime, because Ed Woodward would have bent over by now and gone, okay, in fact, I'll pay you 80. I'll pay you 80 for goodwill. 10 million goodwill on top. That's what he did.
Even though I understand why Everton priced him out, as if I was Branthwaite, I completely understand where he's coming from. He's better than Everton. Like the quality of the player, he's better than Everton. I think he should be a top 6 team. I think he starts for Spurs, in my opinion. I think he will challenge Man United.
Say that again. Do you think Branthwaite start over Van der Ven?
You're playing 3 at the back, though, no?
Nah. He's not better than Romero. He's not even on the same planet as Romero.
Even then, I would. That would be an argument. That would be an argument.
Same
just got defender of the tournament, the Copa America. This is a guy that got married.
Stop it.
Romero is one of the best defenders in the league. Stop this. Stop the foolishness.
I'm backing the Spurs boys. I'm backing the Spurs boys here. As long as Romero keeps his head, that guy is class. As long as he don't.
He doesn't keep his head.
He's good. But I don't think he's like light years ahead of Branthwaite in terms of like they're not on the same planet.
Why not?
I can name 5 better centre backs easy.
Who's your third centre back in your back 3?
Dragusin. Forgot about him.
He's
better than Dragusin. Stop it.
Hold on, George. You don't think I can name 5 better?
But he doesn't start for us.
Romero in the league.
That was the question. He starts.
I still think he starts. I don't rate Romero.
It's an argument. It's an argument. It's not out of the question, but it's an argument.
When Van der Ven's hamstring snaps again this season because of that bloody high line, it's over for him. Once that pace goes, he's finished.
People have been saying about Kyle Walker for the last 15 years.
Yeah, but his hamstrings didn't go, did they?
Bro, Staffy, relax.
Yeah, I'm winding you up, by the way. Romero is top 3 centre backs in the world right now.
What are you talking about, bro? He ain't even top 5 in the Premier League, bro. What am I hearing, bro? There's this thing about Romero, bro. Listen, I'm gonna say it now. Yeah, Saliba's better than him. Gabriel's better than him.
Gabriel's not better than him, man.
Bro,
Gabriel is better.
Stones is better than him. Stones is better than him. Yeah, Lissandro Martinez.
Stones didn't have a good season.
Stones had a howler of a tournament,
bro. Konate and Van Dijk are better than him, man.
Konate is not better than him, man.
Yes, he is. David,
let's not do this. You guys overhype him, bro. No, I'll be real. To say Gabriel ain't better than him when they're playing different realms.
If he didn't have a Spurs shot on, people would think he's class. I think he's great.
No way, he stinks, bro.
He doesn't.
I won't say he stinks.
And do you know what? It's actually a fake narrative. It's actually a fake narrative that he's so aggressive at times. Because I mean, in the whole of the tournament, I think he had 3 fouls in the whole of the tournament, and like one card.
No, we are not.
He plays better. Listen,
Holy
you
up
know
and
how I know about
performance.
Spurs fans, because he plays good for Argentina. I'll give you that. But you always go to his Argentina performances when you want to say how good.
No, because you actually watch his Spurs performances.
Gabriel sat on the bench for an entire tournament.
Weren't he part of a Spurs defense? Weren't he part of a Spurs defense last season that conceded more goals than Man United?
That's because we only have 2 defenders, because the fullbacks are in the midfield.
It's not even so. Okay, your club. It's not your players.
We don't have a Declan Rice or a Jorginho sitting in front.
You got Basuma though, no? You got Basuma though, no?
Hang on a minute. You just mentioned Declan Rice and Jorginho. I mentioned Man United. Did you see our midfield last year with the whole?
The argument was that Branthwaite.
No. My point was he was part of a defense that conceded more goals than Man United, who had no midfield last year with the way we set up. You are going on to his international.
That's on us. We've been tactically naive a lot of the time.
That old chestnut.
I admit. And
Terry, to be fair, do you remember what happened when they had 5 people? These men pressed higher. On
a real level, I think Romero's good. I wouldn't say top 3 in the world. I think that's wild. I think that's a bit of a stretch. I think he's a good centre back when he ain't being rash. Equally, I do think he's one of those players, Romero, that if he isn't being a bit mental, I think you take away from his game. Like Wayne Rooney, for me, when he started to calm down about 25, become a worse player. Wayne Rooney, when he was a nutcase, was at his best. And some players need to be on that edge to bring the best out of their game. But Staffy there with an owler. This here says, I don't understand why Spurs fans are on here and the likes of Villa and Brighton fans are not. At least bring on the old boys who saw them win something in the 60s. And then,
hang on. Have Brighton never won a trophy? Brighton have never won anything in their history. And Villa last one something 40 years ago. So what are we doing here?
Hey,
they talk about Champions League.
What I'm going to say about that, is all this Villa hype, Crystal Palace will probably finish above them next season. Mark that down. Oliver Glasner and the boys are going to finish above Villa. Villa ain't not that good. The players that they've signed are nothing. They've got all these young and inexperienced players to go take them into the Champions League. People haven't realised that the Champions League's more games than ever this season. You think Aston Villa are going to be able to handle that as well as taking on the Premier League and more?
So, Jords, would Palace
currently Villa's got a better starting 11 than Tottenham.
What are you talking
apparently,
about?
Do you want to go for what? I'm not even going to entertain that conversation. I'm just going to say, I agree, sure.
They've got a better starting 11 than
guys, one at a time. Guys, let me jump in. One at a time because the viewers can't hear. Giuseppe, break that down for us.
All right, cool. They've got a better goalie than you. They've got a better striker than you. They've got better wingers than you. They've now got a better midfielder than all your midfielders. They've just signed him, in my opinion. I think Onana's better than all your midfielders. He's better than Basuma. He's better than Sarr. Yeah. You can probably have you could probably have the cam position. Konza's as good as your centre backs, in my opinion, near enough. And the full backs, you can have a Dogie, bro. And they
doesn't even play centre back for Villa.
You get about 4 players that get into the
combined. Is better than Romero. Torres is better than Romero.
You're far off it, Giuseppe. They wouldn't get anyone in the back line. I'll give you the goal.
Pau Torres starts for Tottenham Hotspur. Let's not do that.
Torres does not start for Tottenham.
Yes, he does.
This is madness.
And then if you want to look at midfield,
let me jump in a second here. Sorry, can I just jump in for a second? Because you said something there, Ram. Why do you think Pau Torres gets in the Spurs team?
Better reading of the game. I think he's a better actual solid defender than both Van de Ven and Romero. I think he's a better passer of the ball in terms of on the ball. He's a better footballer. He's just overall better than the centre backs.
Right,
and he's not dumb like Romero. He doesn't get red cards.
If you just want to say you don't watch Spurs, you don't watch Spurs. But I can promise you now, Romero's better.
Because I do
rate Van de Ven. Pau Torres has been known, but he's been known for being a bozo at the back. Yeah.
What about Diego Carlos?
Every other time he's stepping out of position, playing the high line, always playing over the top. When you know Pau Torres.
Henry.
And then once you get him in transition, it's right. Like it's curtains. Let's be real.
Their goalkeeper starts. Ollie
Henry starts. You said about the Brazilian thing. I can't take that, bro. Harry Maguire started for England tournament after tournament after tournament.
And it was half
international doesn't matter for me. You can't use that because
let's go. Martinez starts. I agree. Yeah. Ollie Watkins starts. I agree. Diaby's just left. Douglas Luiz has just left. Onana does not get in the team.
Boubacar Kamara.
Onana doesn't get in the team.
Kamara? Come on, doesn't
Boubacar Kamara starts for you.
Start for Villa.
Exactly, and he still starts with you lot.
See them
You talk about Papa about to start. Boubacar Kamara is better than him.
So you should be finishing just on this, as Spurs boys. You should be finishing ahead of Villa then this year. If you've got a better team than them, right?
They've got a better
100%.
manager than us, and that's how in the biggest games, Unai Emery's got a track record for doing it. They finished 2 points above us.
That's not true, Henry. That's not true. Terry will finish above them this season.
This guy's
my
got
words
4
on that.
European
100%.
Sorry, guys, one at a time. When both speak, the viewers can't hear. Say that again, George. Sorry.
I said 100%. Mark my words. We'll finish above Villa. That's not even a question for me this season. Like Villa are going to do exactly what Newcastle done this season. They're going to learn. They're going to learn their lesson real quick. Playing the Champions League game for everyone. And when they have that, after signing all these 21, 22-year-olds, people that aren't even proven in the Premier League, Cameron Archer, Jaden Philogene. Yeah, they look all right in the Championship. Let's see what they're going to do in the Premier League and Champions League. So,
hang on, Ivan Toney playing.
Apparently, Bailey's better than Heung-min Son now. Like, what are we doing here?
No, don't do that, George. Didn't Ivan Toney play in the Championship? Didn't Ollie Watkins play in the Championship?
What's your point? I'm saying that they're not ready for the Champions League. I'm still going to say Ollie Watkins ain't ready for the Champions League.
The Championship's quality.
And I mean, there's certain players, and guys are holding their head like their star players were ready for the Champions League last season, but they weren't. They weren't. Let's remember something. The Champions League is a level above. And if you're not ready for it, you're going to learn real soon.
But sorry, the reason I hold my head is because you've just said they're signing these 22-year-olds Championship. That's all you've done this summer. That's all you've done. You've signed Championship players.
We're not playing Champions League next season, are we? We're not playing Champions League next season. You're not listening.
I'm talking about the league. They might go out early stages of Champions League. They might go out early stages and still have just play the league, where you go further in the Europa League and be playing more games. Bro, listen, and Henry, for that comment that you tried to put in, don't try it because Son ain't a winger. You got to compare Son where he was playing.
Okay, if Richarlison's fit, he's up front.
No, Son's your striker, and you got to compare him to Ollie Watkins, bro. And Ollie Watkins is
Ollie Watkins starts. I've said that. Ollie Watkins gets in our team. Everyone agrees that. Martinez gets in our team. But the Douglas Luiz of last season is no longer there. The Moussa Diaby is no longer there. So who's their right winger? No one knows. So Brennan Johnson.
Leon Bailey.
Leon Bailey starts.
Listen,
he's not better than
I think when you mention Brennan Johnson, I think we should just leave that slot open. Just no one gets
but then the midfield. Madison starts.
On a real level, though, I do agree with the Spurs boys. I've got a feeling this year that Villa will regress. I think it's that 2 games a week, high intensity football takes its toll. And I just feel, I don't know if with what they've lost versus what's come in, I don't know if they're actually going to get better. They see this second. I mean, I know it's not quite second season because he did half a season before. I'm not saying they're going to have a stinker of a season, but I don't think they're going to make the top. I don't think they're going to make a Champions League position again. I just don't think they will.
I agree.
This season.
I agree.
This super chat here says, "I'm just saying I've never seen a Villa fan wear his Nan's shower cap or borrow his sister's blonde hair dye. Also, if Toney signs, we'll bet on Spurs not winning anything for the next 10 years." This man doesn't like. He doesn't like Spurs fans. Seemingly, bro. Seemingly. How do we get onto that? We're talking about Man United. The segue was very nice. I liked it. It was good. No, actually, no. We did bring up Spurs when we brought up the signings. No, we didn't. We were speaking Man United, and I don't know how we got onto Villa. We're talking about how good Branthwaite is.
Branthwaite starts for
centre backs. Just trying to work out how we actually got onto this conversation, but I like it. Viewers, make sure you've hit the like buttons. Make sure you're signed up to quiz. You're going to be challenging these boys soon. I'm actually going to check on quiz right now. Have they added our quizzes to the portal? I'm hoping so. Yes, they have. They're there. I can see them, people. So get yourselves ready for those coming up later in the show. Do we touch on Arsenal now or speak Chelsea? What are you saying, boys?
Go Chelsea.
Right.
Chelsea.
David trying
let's speak about a club that's supposed. No. Let's speak about a club that's supposed to do something this season because
that's what I'm saying. Let's go.
Let's talk Arsenal then. So let's talk Arsenal. That's fine. Interesting rumor that's come out this afternoon that we know that they've been looking at Moreno. We know they've been looking at a number of players, but a big report has come out from some credible sources that Arsenal are now in for Fabian Ruiz as a potential new midfield player this summer. Giuseppe, if this rumor was to be true, How would you see? I mean, the rumor states that it's on, and you've had conversations with PSG about a loan move, or maybe with an obligation to buy. How would you feel about signing, one of the players of the Euros in Fabian Ruiz?
Yeah, I'd be happy with that signing, man. Quality signing for me. I think he adds what we need, something we need in the team. He adds depth into the team as well. I would personally sign him and Moreno. I'd sign them both. I think it'd be quality to get them both in. And if you're getting him on a loan, and then you're getting Moreno for 30 million, then or 25, 30 million, you're spending basically 30 million this summer, and you brought in 2 midfielders. That's quality. And then our midfield's starting to look a bit more stacked. I think he's quality, man. I thought, do you know what? I'd say out of every player in the Euros, and I'm not saying it just because we're linked to him now, he was the one who surprised me more than anyone. I didn't really think he was as good as he looked in that Euros. I'll be honest. When I was watching him, I was like, damn, this guy's good, man. I know he was decent at Napoli, but I feel like that PSG curse kicked in. Whenever someone goes PSG, they seem to just I don't know. They just seem to lose stock, in my opinion. The same's happened with Ugarte. I think he's a good player, but because he's been at PSG, it's like his stocks have fallen in the views of fans and that. But I think he's quality, man. I think he'll be and we need that experience in our team. It's one thing our team's been lacking. And if you're bringing him as well, and Moreno, you're bringing in 2 midfielders who've literally just won something. And I know people might think, it don't matter, that was with Spain. But I think that means something. Definitely for Arsenal trying to win something. Bringing 2 guys in that's just been in a tournament and won it, to bring that in for Champions League games and FA Cup games and stuff as well as the league. Yeah, I think he's quality, and I'll be happy with it personally.
Do you think Rice will play in the 6 if Ruiz comes in?
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Rice this season. I think he will play the 6 because both guys that we've been linked with are the 8. But then we've got Partey, and he's staying. So I feel like
he's staying.
Yeah.
He ain't playing, bro.
Listen, if Partey stays fit, Partey's still one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. If he stays when he's fully fit.
Still talking about that.
When is he fit though? That's the thing, Giuseppe. Come on, when is he?
Bro,
actually fit?
Last season he had a bad. No, hold on. The season before last one, he played over 34 games for Arsenal.
But I swear he played like 5.
That's the first time he played a full season.
Yeah, cool.
And wait, did Arsenal fans not complain that the games he missed were all the biggest games? He was hiding, weren't he?
No, when did that happen? That's lies, bro.
No, that is exactly what happened. He missed all the big games.
He's only got a year left on his contract. Will it not make sense?
Yeah, listen, he ain't gonna get. Listen, at the end of the day, unless we get a decent deal for him, he might as well. We ain't gonna get a decent offer for him. He wants to stay. Keep him. Listen, if we got to get 20 million, I'd rather risk keeping him and having him fully fit. Because I'm telling you, if he's fully fit all season, he's quality. And I know it's if buts and maybes, but that's like anything. You want to sign Pedro Neto. And you don't know if he's going to be fit full season, but you've got to take that
gamble for us as well. He only averages 21 games a season.
But if you get him and he's fit, then he's quality, and that's the same with Partey. So I don't know what we're going to do with our midfield. We've got a lot of options, but Ruiz can play anywhere in the midfield. I think, really.
To be fair,
I don't think he plays the 6, and I don't think Mourinho's a 6 either. Go on,
is Partey, Ruiz, and Odegaard an upgrade? I'm just saying. After that Euros tournament, there is one person in our Arsenal team I'm looking at heavily, and it's Declan. Because that brother there, he dropped some bad games. Because the thing is, when you watch Arsenal, you don't really focus on the player. You're just watching, going they're just gonna win. Now after that tournament, there are players I'm now looking at because the narrative is this Declan Rice guy is unbelievable. He's elite. I didn't see that when I was watching him. So now,
last season for Arsenal, he was. Last season for Arsenal, David, he was elite. He was the best. He was one of, if not the best player for Arsenal Football Club last season. Probably bar Odegaard, and maybe if you want to count Saliba or Gabriel, he was the best player in the team, bruv. I'll be honest, that you can't. I can't hear this slander from England when I watched people like Phil Foden and Jude Bellingham stink up the place.
But I've got the same thing with Philip as well. That Philip Walter brother, I'm looking at him now because he didn't perform once. He did not perform. But I'm looking. If I get on Philip Walter, he was.
No, I don't feel like you can hold it against him, David, because like Giuseppe just said, man, Rice and Foden were probably for me 2 of the best players in the league last season. So for them to have bad tournaments, you could also blame it on burnout. Let's be honest, they were both the players that were there full season round.
My response is Cole Palmer. My response is Cole Palmer. That's all I've got to say. That's my response.
But David, it does help. It does help for Declan Rice when he has someone like Martin Odegaard next to him. Like it does help a lot. If you got someone that is still comfortable on the ball like him.
I'm not saying he ain't good. I'm just saying I've got an eye on him now.
You're putting him on fraud watch.
I'm putting him a little bit on fraud.
I feel like that's a stretch. I feel like that's a stretch.
Bro. No, Terry, you were at home. You were at home. You didn't see how hot I was getting in those fan zones. Watching this guy not even look forward, just backwards.
No, I understand that. I do understand it, but I think out of all the Arsenal players, you're looking at a man that was phenomenal for 3 or 4 seasons on the bounce for West Ham, phenomenal last season for Arsenal. Yes, he didn't have the best of Euros, but that's like saying, do you know what? Mbappe's on fraud watch. Do you know what? Because for the first time ever, he went to a tournament and didn't perform, and now it's crazy. I don't think you can do that with him. Fabian Ruiz, Jords. Obviously, you've said earlier, like Arsenal have got to deliver this year. You've seen them linked to Moreno. You've seen them now linked to Fabian Ruiz. They seem to be, again, they've come from journalists who have some skin in the game and some credibility. Are they the types of signings they need to go that one step further, in your opinion? Obviously, Calafiori has come in, or Giuseppe, if you look at those young pictures of the two of them. Do you think Arsenal are doing the right kind of business thus far?
Yeah, no, to be honest, I like the names of those players. Fabian Ruiz, one that I've really watched. I've seen him since Napoli, and I think he's a really good player. I think if he comes into the fold under Arteta, I think he didn't work out at PSG, but it's just under the system with Luis Enrique. Just didn't really fancy him. So I feel like in the Arsenal system, he could be a player that could be effective.
Daddy, can we have a snack?
Yeah, give me a second. But yeah, no, to be honest, I can't really sit here and hate on Arsenal on that fact, because Calafiori and Fabian Ruiz, they're two top players. They're players that are coming in from different leagues, but they were performing over there at top clubs. Fabian Ruiz, maybe not over in Liga 1, but in Serie A, he was one of the best players over there. So 40-50 million pounds, they're looking like they want to improve their team. But let's be honest here, man. We all know there's a gaping gap in that team. And I know they got the goals last season, but Kai Havertz, I don't think he's going to be able to do it again. Arsenal need a striker. And I know you said about Gyökeres, that's a player that you would like and so on, that you should be interested in. But right now, I haven't really seen the links for Arsenal to go out there and get a striker. And if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be worried, because that is the one thing you need. You guys last season were very blessed that none of your top players got injured, but you can't, let's be real, you have to prepare for that. Top players get injured every season, and next season might be Arsenal's one. Every team it happened to last year. We all had top players out, and I think next season Arsenal might be cursed. Maybe not fully, but a few players are going to catch up to them. Saka being one of them. So you need to sign those replacements for the top players that you have, because on the bench last season, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, they're poor backups. When you guys needed them, they weren't there. So something needs to happen.
The reason I'm not worried about the striker yet is because there's been quite a few sources that have come out and said that Arsenal are waiting for Eddie Nketiah to be sold for us to then go and buy another striker. And I don't believe we'd sell Eddie Nketiah and not bring in another striker to replace him. So that for me is why I'm not panicking yet. I think we get Gyökeres once. I generally believe Arsenal will sign Gyökeres this summer. I'm putting my stocks in it from now. If we don't get him and we don't get anyone, then it is what it is. I'll have to hold the brunt of it. But I think we do get someone. And the injury thing, I hear it, but we did have loads of injuries last year. We had bad injuries last year that people don't really want to ever talk about. They don't want to talk about the fact that we didn't have Thomas Partey all season after losing Xhaka in the summer. No. Yeah, you don't want to talk about. Bro, how can you not talk about him when he'd be the best midfielder at your club, Rams?
You're talking to Liverpool about injuries. No.
Yeah, I'm not saying we had loads, but I'm saying we had two. We signed Jurrien Timber, yeah, and he ended up getting injured for the whole season. That's a bad one, because at the end of the day, I know he hasn't got proof in the pudding yet in the Premier League, but we brought him in and it looked like he was going to be left back for us last season. And then the one weak position of Arsenal's team last season, if you had to pick one position, everyone's picking left back. Every single one person at Arsenal and fans, even rivals that watch Arsenal, say, where would you target if you were playing Arsenal? Everyone would say left back. So we did have some bad injuries. So it's not like we didn't have no injuries. That's what I'm trying to say. And we had Jesus out quite a bit. So we did have injuries. Obviously, I agree with Jords. We've got to be bringing in better players than Nelson and Eddie Nketiah. That is a fact for me because them man ain't good enough. I want them gone. I'm pissed that they're still here, to be honest. I know that I've had enough of the love of them being Arsenal youngsters and that enough is enough. But I think once Eddie Nketiah goes, that's when we sign a replacement striker. I think we're
all three are going, which means you can go and drop big money because it'll be three players leaving that are all academy graduates. They're all 100% profit. Even if Nelson, what is it, loan with an obligation to buy?
Yeah.
Like Victor Gyökeres is there waiting, but that £84 million release clause, that's a bit steep. It is a bit steep.
It's euros as well.
84, it's £75 million. I think, as great as Gyökeres would be, you still need depth because if Saka gets an injury, it's curtains. Like on that right hand side for me. Like on the left hand side, you've got Martinelli and Trossard, you've got Havertz and Jesus, plus Gyökeres who can play down the middle. Your midfield's pretty stacked now, especially with Fabian Ruiz.
Vieira, yeah.
You could shift Ødegaard onto the right wing if you really want it, if you're getting desperate.
And I know a lot of people might not want to. We can't all like you guys might not know this, but we've got a young boy goes by the name of Nwaneri. Yeah, and I'm telling you,
last night.
This season he's going to be a bit of a breakout for him. He's not going to be a main guy, but he's someone who can state a case of being an option for us. We still need a right. I'd still go and buy Neto personally. I kind of would be
£45 million apparently.
Yeah, I think that would be. I think we will
55 million
more than you guys at Spurs. I think we can take that risk on him with the injuries side of things. I think we're in a better place to take the risk on the injury side. So I would fully go and do that, and then you can have a Nwaneri. But I for me,
I've heard that name for the past 5 months from Matt. I am sick and tired of hearing that name. I don't know who this kid is. He might be talented, but I don't know if he's good enough for the starting 11 yet. I'm asking a lot from a youngster to come in.
I swear down, he's actually 5'3". Like I think he's actually a small human. You can't.
Sorry, tall man.
No, but you can't play the Premier League.
To be fair, David is an actual foot taller than him.
No,
David
I swear he's 5'3". I actually swear down, bro. You can't play in a Prem midfield and be 5'3". That can't happen. It just won't. It won't.
By the way, there's nothing wrong with being 5'3".
By the way, Santi Cazorla was one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, mate.
How tall is Kante? Just like out of interest.
5'6".
Yeah. He ain't 5'3", is he? Surely.
I swear down, he's a small man. I might be bugging, but I think he's actually.
I'm gonna Google his height now.
He's
1 meter,
David,
1
he's
meter,
17, bro.
1 meter 65. What is that in feet? I don't know.
That is about 5'3", 5'4", 100%.
5'4". 5'4"
That's
he is.
a small human.
He's 17, man. He could have a growth spurt.
Yeah, let him grow, man. Let him get his growth spurt. Let him, let him eat.
How they say?
Come on, 5'3".
Now, I will say though, I'm glad a lot of Arsenal fans are starting to demand all this because certain expectations need to be put on this team. They got away with it last season a little bit because we didn't do enough. But I'm hoping the three boys down below me, Jords, David, Henry, and also Terry as well, we need to put some pressure on these Arsenal man. You need to win the league this season, Giuseppe. You need to. It's a cast iron fact.
Why are you saying that to us? Why are you demanding anything from us, brother? Like, this is what I'm saying.
Because you got away with it last season. You're not getting away with it this season.
Got away with what?
To win.
You argue that your manager. You argue that. Hold on. You would still argue now. If I come out and said to you that my team is better than that Liverpool team that you had prime Liverpool team, with Klopp. If I said they're better than that team, what would you tell me right now?
Well, they are.
I'm going to back my team. But we're not talking about prime Liverpool anymore. That Liverpool team is gone. No.
But I'm saying that team won one league against
and the Champions League.
Yeah, no, but forget the chat. I'm talking about league. One league against things. So you can't be saying we've got to put the pressure.
By the way, they had against that team had it up against prime Kevin De Bruyne, Sergio Aguero, David Silva, Fernandinho, Rodri, Company. Laporta, Edison, like Kyle Walker at his peak. Like Sterling, we're not talking about Manchester City of the old days. It's an aging Manchester City that is probably transitioning, and you're heading up. You guys are heading up. I am not hearing this whole Manchester City, Liverpool won one league title against this Manchester City team and all that kind of stuff. You've got to win. You've got to win a big trophy this season.
I say,
let me ask you something, Giuseppe. Let me ask you something. If Arsenal, look, in recent years, they haven't taken the domestic cups as serious as the Premier League and others, and I think you'd agree with that.
100.
I think if Arsenal push Man City to the very, very end again and don't win the league, but also don't do one of the domestic cups and go out the Champions League at a similar stage, does Arteta stay another year? Because at that point, Xabi Alonso would have another year under his belt by Leverkusen, who's already won a league and done it in nearly a unbeaten treble. Then you look at there's other up-and-coming managers. Do you look at someone else, or do you keep Arteta for another year?
I keep Arteta. I'd tell you why I keep Arteta, because I don't think Xabi Alonso would come to us personally. I think he's destined for Real Madrid. He's not going to you. Don't worry, bro. Yeah, he's destined for Real Madrid for me. Ancelotti's replacement. He's there. That's why Ancelotti will stay one more year. So yeah, listen. If you can't find me someone better than him, and I'm not gonna lie to you, if I know it shouldn't be like this, but if Pep Guardiola does leave Man City at the end of the season, we keep Arteta 1000% next season, because
Do you think Man City could go in for Arteta?
I think if we sack Arteta and Man City and Pep leaves Man City, Arteta's Man City's next manager, 100%. I think that these last couple seasons, Arteta gets a lot of the stick for not winning the league, and he's got to take some of the stick. But I don't think you can put it all on him.
You can give him stick for the domestic cup, so surely.
Yeah, that 100%. That is the
and
one
like the Europa League going out to
Sporting
and
it's
Villarreal.
It's the annoying thing with Arteta, because it's the one stain he has. Because you put an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup last season, and a lot of talk ain't as bad as what it is. Like if we'd got the FA Cup last season, people wouldn't have gone as mad. You'd have the people going, but that's the one stain he does have for me, and that's the domestic cups. And that is where I say, next season, I want silverware at the club. Like, I think we got to demand that.
I get the pressure on Arsenal. I think that it should exist. What I find bloody interesting is that you have a Liverpool fan on here whose team, the only type of success for this squad in the Premier League is winning the title. The deflections from you by saying there's got to be all this pressure on Arsenal. No, you're right. There should be pressure on Arsenal, but equally there should be as much on you. You guys are not in a rebuild. You could argue you're in a transition from manager to a manager, but you've got the best footballing director in the world now running your football club again. Your club is well run. You've got a squad last year that was competing until right up close. This sort of deflection from you, and I've seen it from a lot of Liverpool fans online, to try and put pressure on, United rebuild, and Chelsea with what they're doing, and Arsenal have got to win. This is just typical communist Merseyside tactics.
If you want to talk about Liverpool, we can happily talk about Liverpool.
The pressure, we can do, but the point is, the way you're talking about other clubs, it's like you've got no energy for your own team. Every bit of pressure at Arsenal exists, but there's equally as much on you. If not more,
100%,
because
100%.
a lot of this squad have won the major trophies. You don't have the excuse that the Arsenal guys have got, that they never got over the line. Half your squad has won everything.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously we're going to touch on Liverpool at this very moment. What we're doing is not behaving like a big club. I watched the video by LB, and unfortunately, you have to agree with most of what he says. Like, everyone knew Liverpool had certain aspects of their team that need to be filled up. We don't have a classified DM. We're going to rely on Endo and Stefan Bajcetic, who had a hip injury and he's still growing. And the fact that he's not even fully fit at this very moment. Go on, what were you saying, Henry?
Didn't that Bajcetic just have surgery?
He did, and because of his massive growth spurt, that's why he's had his hip injury. Because of that, and we're asking him to play. Exactly. And, when it comes to... Yes, Terry. Yes. And the fact that we don't have a recognized DM who's, let's just say, 25 or 26, or even of the quality of a Rodri or a Declan Rice. I know David don't rate him like that. Even Caicedo to an extent.
Why are you not looking at Gertrude, who just played at Feyenoord, who is literally the answer to all of your problems in midfield? I know he's a fullback, but he plays in DM as well. He'd be absolutely brilliant. And apparently he's got a release clause in Holland. Like, why have you not? Why? I know you act like this out of nowhere. Bang, you've got 2 players over the line. Yeah, with Cody Gakpo, like out of nowhere. But you've got Edwards, you got Hughes. Is Hughes? Yeah, you got Hughes from Bournemouth.
Yeah, Richard Hughes.
It's now like you got all these intelligent. Have you got too many chefs in the firing room now? Like in the kitchen, sorry. Or is it just
I don't think it's too many chefs in the firing room. I think it's this one thing I don't like what Arne Slot's doing is that he's giving everybody a chance.
Yeah, what is it with the analogies today? Too many chefs in the firing room.
Chefs in the kitchen. I don't know why I said firing room.
Me. Oh, he's let the dog out of the bag now. Oh my word, it's just crazy. Honest, I know you're from Essex, Henry, but Jesus Christ.
It's just it's all right. Don't you check the fire room anyway? Why are Liverpool not active?
Because apparently we're going to give everybody a chance.
Have you guys seen that video of that? I think his name's Costa. He's a young lad who lad who goes around.
What's wrong with saying why Liverpool not active?
Have you seen that Costa kid on Instagram who goes around different towns in England and he always talks to like these young kids who are clearly middle class, but they put on an accent like they're from Hackney, and they always say, "I'm out here being active, bruv." It just reminded me of those videos from Costa. You must have seen them, and you look at them and think, "What? Go home, Guinevere and Tamworth, whatever her name is." You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry. Back to you, Henry, about being active.
Why aren't Liverpool moving in the transfer window then? Like, what's the deal?
Because apparently Arne Slot wants to have a look at all these players and give everybody a chance, even though there's a gaping hole within our team.
Do you know what's crazy? Do you know what's crazy, Ram? And this isn't a dig at you. Before we started making fan content, not the terrace, I mean just in general, I think we all bought into that sort of stuff. When we got a new manager, and I definitely got that in the Moyes era and the LVG era. You saw what the newspapers said, but no one really scrutinized it. Nobody really debated it like we have done in the last decade or so. We all now know that's nonsense. As if Slot doesn't know about these. Look, what I'm saying is, I'm not having a dig at you. I know you've got to see people in the flesh, but he's going to know about them. There'll be a handover with people. There's a lot of the same hierarchy at the football club. It's not like he doesn't know about them. I got fooled by that as a United fan. Oh, the next manager's got to check and see if Scott McTominay is good enough. No, it's like do you know what I'm saying? Like, Slot isn't going to make Darwin Núñez Erling Haaland. He doesn't need to watch him in training. He needs better players. And look, you guys are the best. You guys are the best at spinning PR for years. It was Jurgen Klopp doesn't buy world-class players. He makes everybody better. Then why did he sign so many people? Why didn't he just turn that team he inherited into everybody needs new signings. And your squad last year has got holes in it. The fact you bought nobody, un, deux, trois. 1, 2, 3. How do you say it in German, David?
Eins, zwei, drei.
Eins, zwei, drei. 3 weeks away from the start of the new Premier League season. You guys should be absolutely fuming.
We should have got a DM by now. We should have got a DM by now. Terry, stop it, Terry.
Should be raging, Ram.
Terry. We should have got a DM.
My nut, bruv.
We should have.
They're disrespecting you all. They're disrespecting you all. They're disrespecting you all.
Terry, as I was saying,
I'm on your side, bruv. Let's do it. Let's protest.
We should have got a DM at this point. We should have got a DM at this point. And the fact that we're moving like a little club is absolutely ridiculous. All I've got to say is that if we're going to move like this, then the fact that I said top 3 was more or less a guaranteed is no longer guaranteed, and we're going to regress. And we're going to be with the likes of United and Chelsea and Tottenham, which I don't think we should be, because I think we're a better team than that, in my opinion.
Mate,
miles better team than that.
Look, your title contenders last year. Arsenal know, City know, we all know. You've got to start the season quick nowadays. And I keep hearing Liverpool fans are backing it, saying, we're going to do our business in August. When the season's begun,
that's bad.
If you don't win your opening 3 or 4 games, if you get like 6 points, 7 points behind City at the beginning of the season, you're not clawing it back. No one does. No one has done.
It's easier for teams to catch up to you than you to make a gap between them. I would say that it's a lot easier for a team to catch up to you. It's a lot easier for a team to catch up to you than to you to build that gap between them, if you get what I mean.
No, it's the same thing. You building a gap between them and them catching you is the same thing. Do you mean it's easier to build a gap ahead of City than it is to catch City?
No, I'm talking about United. I would like United and Chelsea.
Why are you talking about Man United for? What are you talking about Man United?
Because at this moment, we are going because we haven't signed anyone, we are going to be with the likes of United, Chelsea, Tottenham, and Villa. Where there has been a significant gap.
No, but you shouldn't. No, but you shouldn't be.
That's the whole point. We shouldn't be.
Performance. It's an absolutely shocking performance from you today.
Your default
Ram.
I don't want to be. No.
Ram, your comment then. Ram, hang on. Your comment then just almost gave me a stroke. Honest to God, it had my brain doing gymnastics, bruv. What are you talking?
How?
In your current state,
we were
in your current
14
state,
points ahead of you lot, and now you guys are going to be about 3 or 4 points ahead of us by this point.
You should be nowhere near Chelsea, Man United, or Spurs.
But we're good. But we're moving.
No. Spurs are Spurs, so just leave them. Like, no offense, guys, but you are Spurs.
Cheers, mate.
Right? Man United haven't been good in about. Like,
you looked at your own club in the mirror in the last.
No. Hang on, I'm about to get to Mike. I'm getting there. Don't worry. I'm getting there. Man United are still dreadful. Like, they still got the same manager. They're still rocking with the same squad, but they added in some slightly above average guy from the Netherlands. He didn't play a minute in the Euros, right? And you got my club who doesn't even know what they want. I've got a new manager. He plays a completely different system to what I was doing last year, right? How on earth are you putting yourself with us when you've been up here skyrocketing, competing and all that? But then you're trying to put me with you. That doesn't make sense.
That's exactly it. Ram, I want to add to that before you speak, Ram. That's exactly it. Chelsea have been a mess, still in the early stage of a rebuild. Man United, literally a month into a rebuild. Spurs fans will admit, they're not title contending level. They haven't bought the players yet, as an example. But Spurs fans, Liverpool fans are suddenly talking like you're one of us. And I mean this in a nicest possible way. Like, we've been fucked for years. You ain't us, bruv. You don't belong with us. You don't belong with us.
Like, we're to be on that level.
You're like, no, bruv, you're like, when people moan like first world issues, you're like, some people actually have problems, like they can't afford to feed their family. They've got to go to a food bank. They're struggling. You guys are like, oh my God, I can only afford 2 weeks in Barbados, half board, not all inclusive. That's where you're at. You're not one of us, bruv. Just saying.
By the way that we're moving,
two-backer, man. Two-backer is
no,
here.
it's not even.
We call Ram two-backer because he's got no chest.
No, but Terry, are we good enough to win the league?
Yeah, but you should be challenging for it. You should not be challenging for the league.
Even with the fact that Arsenal and City are going to strengthen, and we haven't signed anyone this season.
Hang on, Ram. Sorry, bro. Sorry, Ram. But that's the exact point I'm making. You should be raging because you were in a title race last year and you are not strengthening. That's it.
That's what I'm at. What are we doing? That's what I've been talking about the whole time. The fact that we're regressing and we're coming to your level, then we're not actually challenging with the likes of Arsenal and City.
You didn't say that.
Coming to our level.
That's what I said.
I'm sorry, guys. Am I wrong or is Ram? If I'm wrong,
you're both saying the same thing.
Ram's trying to say, because they ain't signed anyone, they're going to go backwards. But realistically, even if you do go a little bit backwards, you should still be better than us. And
yeah, that's true.
Trash.
That's very true.
My team's trash.
On Chelsea, because we've got to get to the quizzes soon. And I see some people have played some quizzes already. Well done, you guys. But I want to ask about Chelsea because last night, some people have been going in. I defended Chelsea last night. Funny enough, I've been called a hater all summer. And then last night, I had people telling me I was glazing for Chelsea because I said that I think people are overreacting. But David, I saw Chelsea fans, Maresca out. The second half was awful. The youngsters aren't ready. The system looks awful. I saw meltdowns after a preseason game yesterday. Talk to me, brother. Talk to me, bro.
It's so funny how people actually take preseason with seriously. I've never got this concept, bro. The game's at 3:30 in the morning. It's not a serious game, okay? Go bed, enjoy yourself, enjoy your sleep, man. It's important, and you clearly need it. Because why are you getting stressed? It's Wrexham, bro. Who cares? It's literally it's a brand new team. It's a brand new system. Half the main squad's not even there anyway. What are we doing? Wrexham are literally. I think they've got one more game because the League One starts in like a week and a bit. They've actually got to be like ready to go. Whereas like we've just started and it's
but come on, that performance.
No. Again, I didn't watch it. Why? Because I enjoy my sleep. So I woke up this morning, I saw some highlights. Okay. The first half was actually pretty good. Again, pressing up really high, winning the ball, like getting into really good positions and so on and so forth. And they're just missing that like little bit of, edge to, to score loads of goals. Second half was a complete mess. I completely agree with that. Like it was. But again, we've had this manager for like 2 weeks. So why everyone's expecting it to be crisp and ready to go, I don't get. Like, why are you stressing? It's preseason. The reason it's preseason is that it don't matter. You just got to get fit. You got to get ready. And it's again, the whole mess of this club has happened because the club didn't really know what it wanted in the first place. So, am I going to expect us to come out of the gates running? No, because they're still going to be learning.
What are your expectations
games for next season?
What's your expectations?
I've said. To be fair, I was quite impressed with some bits of the game yesterday. Like, again, from what I've seen. I'm sticking with this fifth. I'm sticking with fifth. Because I think fifth's going to be good enough. And I just think we should finish above Spurs.
Good enough for what? You mean good enough to get in the
Champions League? I think we'll finish above Spurs and like Man United and whoever and whatever. Okay.
You ain't finishing above Arsenal.
I think United get top.
We are finished. I'm sorry, you guys aren't even that good. You guys got found out very quickly last year. Like, calm down. We'll finish above Spurs.
The reason Chelsea are stressing though, David, is because some of your fan base, and I know we all have them, some of your fan base come out with chest and tell even me personally that with no injuries and that, you man are competing with us for the league.
But you see, but I'm with you where I think they're stupid. Because why would I think that? Like, I don't get it. No, I'm sorry. No, you know what's so funny? We were on the train in Dortmund. We were on the train in Dortmund, and we were sat next to this Dutch fan who also happened to support Chelsea. And he was there like, I think we're going to do quite well. Like, still got some things to work out. I think we're going to finish second. And I looked at him and went, hang on. Wait. You've said everything correct, but we're going to finish second. He's like, yeah, we're going to finish second. I'm looking like, what is going on? Because I think if you're a Chelsea fan, like if we finish second, then fair enough. You had the faith you had in this squad is incredible, and I respect you for it. But realistically, if I beat a Chelsea fan that thinks we're finishing above fourth, I think you're crazy. And fourth is like the absolute like we've smashed it because there's just so much to work out. I think before you even think about it, like 15 games is when I think the players might finally understand what they're even doing. Just because when you've got actual Prem opposition running at them full speed, you don't know what these players are going to do. I've seen Disasi chip guys. I've seen Disasi chip my goalkeeper in a game where he wasn't even getting pressed. Do you see what I mean? Like I've got dunces for centre backs, and like it's just a mess.
It's so hard to know as Chelsea. As I said, I saw some stuff last night that I was impressed with. I liked Nkunku. Last night, I didn't think he looked amazing in general play, but predatory instinct. I thought Madueke looked dangerous on the right-hand side. And in the first half, he had complete control. But very much like I said with Man United, we played Rangers. It was a League One team, and I would expect this. The second half, the only thing I saw in the second half, which I do think you can draw from preseason, is you're already missing 4, 5, 6 of your main first-team players. Then you scratch a little bit deeper into the squad. And it's like, I don't think these players are kind of ready.
Josh Achempong,
and a few of the other, I mean, I know that Leslie scored the equalizer, but I thought he was poor in general play as an example. And I think there are some of those youngsters that have been signed where you don't want them anywhere near your first team squad. And by the way, I'm the same with Man United youngsters. I watched them play like David. We were there sitting, waiting for like 4 hours, eating Burger King at the shuttle place, and Me and KJ couldn't even bother watching the second half because we were like, it's so bad. But like we said, there's maybe one or two of those young Man United players that I really want to see involved next year who are going to be good enough. The rest, they're just going to be of the standard to make you a top 5, top 4, top 3 team in the Premier League. But I do think it was a massive overreaction from people last night. It is the first game of preseason. You've got loads of players still to return. And it's the first time they've gone on the pitch under Maresca. It's going to take a little bit of time. And I know people will always go, but Crystal Palace clicked instantly. They did. But who remembers the first 3 or 4 months under Patrick Vieira at Crystal Palace? Beginning of the season. Everybody was like, oh my God, Patrick Vieira's a don. They look amazing. A year later, he was sacked. It's sometimes managers come. It isn't. Look at Big Ange last year. Look at how he started. Look how Spurs finished. Now, I'm not saying he won't improve you. You can't just judge the first 2 or 3 months. You can't just write it off in the first 2 or 3 months. I don't think there is a basic linear, or not linear, but binary process, 1 to 2 simple process when it comes to improving a team. But yeah, I saw Chelsea talk about sacking the manager last night. I just thought to myself, oh my God, crazy.
Didn't they play Wrexham last pre-season?
Yeah, and we won 5-0.
Oh.
Damn.
Maybe you shouldn't have points in the first place.
No, but again, maybe Poch's systems are easier to learn.
Yeah, it was really funny.
One thing I will take from yesterday, there's clearly a structure and there's clearly a way that we want to press. And you can see that.
And I thought, what's the name of your striker? Is it Mark Guehi?
No, GU. Mark Guehi. He was good. He was good.
I thought he looked competent. I thouut he looked good. But one thing I wouldn't do when everybody's fit is I wouldn't play your right backs in midfield. I just think that's get rid of that. Even at that level, and this is not a dig. I got suckered in with the Trent thing. I could do it in midfield. Then you actually watch him start. Inverting's different because inverting's kind of like you're popping in. It's a bit like this. You know what? If your mate runs a restaurant and he says, "Look, I've got to run to the shop to buy some more milk. Can you just step in and cover for me for 10 minutes?" You could all of us could run a restaurant for 10 minutes. Does that make sense? And just make sure everything's ticking over. That doesn't mean you can run it full time. That doesn't mean he could leave and you could step in and take over. So when a fullback inverts, they're temporarily in midfield. Fullbacks in midfield is just a bad idea as a general rule. But yeah, I did think though, I didn't know that you were playing 3 at the back. I didn't look at the lineup on the screen. I just started watching the game. And I saw Colwell obviously drifting out far left. And I was like, oh, is he playing Colwell left back? That was my first thought because obviously so many Chelsea fans kicked off about it last year. And I do love that. That's part of me just being a bit of fun, really. I do like the idea of Maresca making some of the same mistakes Poch did just to see what the Maresca fanboys say. It's either got the same energy. We've got some super chats here before we go on to play the quiz game. First one, I don't know the answer to this. It's big up Terry. How many different US states have hosted either the summer or Winter Olympics? I'm going to guess and say
14.
8. 14?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I'm going to go
5.
8. I'm going to go 8.
Yep.
12.
I know that there was the Olympics that was in Atlanta, which is Atlanta in Georgia, the state of Georgia. Yeah. So Georgia's had it. I don't know what. New York's had it. LA had it. LA, my teacher did. I had 2 school teachers. When I'm at high school, we had serious sports teachers. One of them competed at the Olympics in canoeing. The other one, Miss McPortland. She was at 4 different Olympics, 2 for hockey, and then she did table tennis. That's some skill, to be able to do 2 different sports at the Olympics. Big up, Miss McPortland. Hope you're good. Hit the like, everyone. Thank you, Luke Skywalker. It's a shame that Jords. Hang on, it's about someone's kids here. George's kids are going to grow up watching Ange ball. Also, David, your ball knowledge needs to go on fraud watch. Diabolical knowledge.
Not really.
I get a lot of things right.
Leave man's kids out of it. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Kids are off limits a bit, really. Do you know what I mean? Spurs hopium. Focus on yourselves, lads, is what Jason says here. Talking about Arsenal, I think. What about the teams that have spent more, lol, than who? Liverpool. That's the point. Liverpool should be spending. That's why you should be angry that you're not spending more. Arteta came in second twice. If the domestic cups.
And in 40 years' time, who cares? At least you can look back and say, you know what, we won an FA Cup. We won an FA Cup then.
Yeah, no, you're there. He's right.
Yeah, you need
winning
the trophies, man.
winning, man.
That's why Spurs' whole pot here is nothing.
Cheers, mate.
You guys say you've got the best centre-back partnership in the league, best winger in the league, best midfielder in the league, with the best young coach in the world, yet you'll refuse to demand the league.
Facts.
Shots fired.
Ooh.
Can I reply to this?
Go on, just
Yeah.
We haven't got the best. The way he went with a sly one in there. Best young coach. We ain't got the best coach in the league. That you can scrap straight out of it. Yeah, the best winger in the league. Yeah, is an argument. The best centre back partnership is facts, and the best. What's the one best midfielder in the league? Rodri's the best midfielder in the league. I never said that we've got the best midfielder in the league. So
a lot of your fans do.
I demand to win the league, by the way. I want to win the league, but I know what Rams was coming with that thing. It's coming with the same thing that all other fans are coming with. This: if you don't win the league, you got to sack Arteta because it's everyone.
Yeah. Did I say that? Did I say that?
Everyone, that's what you were aiming for.
No, I wasn't. Did I say that? Did I categorically say that?
Pretty much. Clip Ram and add the clown music. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you were having a mare earlier. You really were having a mare.
What do you mean? You just didn't listen to me. That's all.
No, it wasn't that I'm not listening to you. I made a statement and your rebuttal was to repeat what I said in a different way, but act like I was saying something different. It was proper.
Because you literally said what I said before that.
That's impossible because I said it first.
How? Because I said we're going to go back.
Ram, have you ever seen that game where like Arsene Wenger subbed on Eboué and then he subbed him back off? That's exactly what happened there, man. It was poor performance.
No, it was not. You just clearly didn't. You lot didn't clearly listen to me.
No, it was hard to listen to you because it was waffle, bro. But viewers, look, we're going to play a bit of quiz. Ram, you're going up first on the quiz, bro. You are going up first on the quiz. You have to after your diabolical performance today. Going to change the backgrounds. There we go. We're going to go into Legends, the TFT Quiz Legends. You can click on the link or scan the QR code if you guys want to play against us right now. We're going to click in here. There's already 7 people seated and ready to go. There's a little this is free to enter this one. There's a little prize to win as well. We're already on 10. So we're going to be starting right now. Maybe if you see the answer before me. Oh, someone's dropped out. If you see the answer before me, Ram, shout it out. You don't have to let me finish reading. If you want to win. I won twice. I won you remember the big quiz I did last week and I won twice. Smashed it. Rams up first. Here we go. 3, 2, and a 1. Let's do it. So, which club is Harry Kane associated with?
Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah. Oh, put West Ham!
Slow, Terry, that was slow.
Someone pick West Ham! So easy.
You kind of hovered over that for a second.
Yeah, that was slow.
Sorry. All right. What is Aubameyang's nationality?
Gabon.
There we go. Oh, 2 Nigerian? Cameroon? Oh, there we go. Yes, you were pretty quick there. You could be top right now. You could be top, Ram.
Missionary FC.
Oh, I don't know where we are. Right, next one. Mbappe's speed and style are characteristics of what aspect of play? Attacking. Yeah. Put defending. Oh my God. Someone is having an absolute mare. Where are we? I don't know. How many years did Iniesta play for Barcelona's first team?
14.
I'm going with your first answer. It was 16. 16. Oh, where are we?
7th.
Conference League setting, mate.
Did Thiago Silva lead? What? 2019?
I only remember that because Alisson was the best player in that tournament.
Yeah, Richarlison scored in that final, didn't he?
Did he? Bloody hell. Got to go.
Against Peru.
King Richard.
You came 4th. You came 4th. Jordan won.
Hey, top 4. Champions League.
Jordan won. Right. Let's play again. Let's play again, people. Let's give it another go. Get yourselves in there. Up next, I'm going to go to Jords. Jords is next. Jords is up next. I reckon Jords has got the knowledge. I reckon Jords knows what he's doing. I think Jords is on it.
Let's see what they come with.
Hey, Stappy, I want to see you do better, bro. Come on, go on. I want you to come on and do one of these challenges, yeah?
Staffy cooking you. Staffy cooking you.
He has a lot of chalk on the chat. He has a lot of chalk. But he doesn't come on.
Thinker and Lost. Yeah, he came fourth.
The amount of stinker stuff he's come out with on Twitter this year so far.
Stinky. Boy. And along with that, Romero
yeah, that's because Staffy just tweets for instance. He does farm. He tries to do engagement farming. He just tweets out things that he thinks are going to get attention. It's, look at me. I need attention. I'm only joking, Staffy. I love you, bro. What time tomorrow, Staffy? Are we doing the show? Let me know. Message me so I can get it sorted with Lawless, so I know what time we're going up. Staffy, you have produced too many stinkers. Oh, that's from you. Sorry, that is from Sicilia Naguna.
Oh, your family's from Sicily. I don't know that.
He's actually Italian. His name's Giuseppe.
I'm half Italian, half Sicilian. Born in England,
mate. Two more people. We're waiting at this quiz, people. Let's get it done. Staffy catching strays. Well, it wasn't a stray, Sunshine. I said it directly about him.
No, he's going to get strays. Why is he mentioning
that was
Euros?
Headshot dead. Straight up. Yeah, that's not a stray. That's not a stray. You guys have got to learn the lingo. Warrior Euros tournament that was for England. Definitely better than your nation did. How did your nation do, Staffy? Just let me know. And you got a couple of nations. You're American and Egyptian. How you been getting on, bruv?
Yeah, they both did.
They both got battered.
I know. And don't throw stones in glass houses, bruv. Here we go, Jords. The quiz is ready. No pressure. Here we go. So, Luka Modric began his professional career at which club?
Dynamo Zagreb.
Oh, okay.
Or was it Hajduk Split?
That was good. I don't know. Oh, it's frozen.
Terry, sort out your Wi-Fi, man.
It's not my Wi-Fi, bruv. Yeah. There we go. You got it right. It's not my Wi-Fi. It's their end. Okay, up next. Ooh, where were we now? Oh, that's not bad. 6th place right now. Cristiano plays in which position?
Forward.
I'm going to say this now. If anyone at quiz is watching, make these questions harder, please. Harder.
Yeah, man, I got Iniesta's career, bro. Come on. What is this?
I suppose every question is easy if you know the answer. Somebody put defender. Somebody is bugging. Somebody is absolutely bugging out here. Must be my mum playing, I tell you. Oh, where do we go? Oh, up to 5th now, Jords. Up to 5th. In which season did Griezmann and Atletico Madrid win the Europa League?
2017. Oh, wait. When Europa 2016, 2017? Oh, God knows.
I don't know.
I was going to say 2017, 2018, but I don't know.
I think it's 2017, 18. I think.
B, isn't it?
Oh, it was 17, 18.
Yeah.
That's a hard one, to be fair. I wouldn't have known.
They beat Arsenal in the semi, didn't they?
Was that year?
No.
They did.
What's his nationality? Fabregas. Spain. Yeah, we know that one. Everyone should get that. Everyone should get that one. Can you imagine if I accidentally clicked on it? We're going to go into the final question here. Oh, you dropped down too slow. Modric plays what position?
Yeah.
That was really quick. Well done. Hopefully we're not last. We can't come last, Jords. Oh, we came 8th, bruv. 8th. Oh, no. Right, up next. Hang on a minute. Welcome offer here. Deposit £10 and get your bonuses. All available right now. So get yourself signed up. Link in our description below. We're going to go into this one here next. Which one we're going to do? We're going to play this one here. There's a prize pool as well to be won. 3 people needed to get yourselves in. Giuseppe, I'm picking you for this one, bro. Going to test your football knowledge. How do you join? There's a link in our description or in the live chat. Just sign up, get yourselves in, and get yourselves on. It's a great game quiz. It isn't just football related as well. You can play movie quizzes. I did a Sopranos one the other day. I won it 4 times on the bounce. My balance is so high. Smashing it. I do like it. Well, we're ready here, Mr. Sicilian Guna. Here we go. From which club did Arsenal
Real Madrid.
Ozil, there we go.
Are you sure it's not Bayern?
Or... No. Bayern? Throw him off. Don't throw him off. That was quick.
If you didn't get that, I would seriously consider you as an Arsenal fan. I would really be like, are you really an Arsenal fan?
In what year did Zlatan sign for Galaxy?
2018.
No, you're right.
Signed for.
He got it right. He got it right. He got it right.
2018.
Yeah. Oh, Ola is just ahead of you by like 700 points. What is the name of Arsenal's home stadium?
Emirates Stadium.
Highbury.
Named after a sponsor. Okay. And we're going into the last two questions. Mane's attacking style at Liverpool is complemented by his striking partner.
Firmino. There's two in there. Firmino. There's two in there. That's. That's
wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That is wrong.
Ah, no, you lost it.
Of course.
In which city team did Neymar transfer to in 2017?
Paris.
Yeah. So actually, we should got that quick.
That's wrong. You are wrong.
That's
Mate, that was harsh. That Salah one. I'd say he was more.
It's Firmino. The Firmino was the right answer. I'd say
third and the two. Oh, Arsenal finishing second.
Let's play this again. David, David,
for that.
You're up next, bro. David's up straight into this one. We're ready to go again. Come on, David. Let's go. Who is Man United's all-time top goal scorer?
Bobby Charlton. Wayne Rooney.
No.
It's Wayne Rooney.
Oh,
my brain.
Knowledge done.
I literally said it. I went, no, I'm wrong. I'm literally,
Absolutely shocking.
Stupid. So stupid.
Neymar Jr. transferred to Paris Saint-Germain from what club? There we go. Everyone should get that. You were pretty quick there. You were pretty quick there, to be honest. You were pretty quick there. One player left to answer. Whoever did that last answer, you probably got up to second now, because you're pretty quick on that one. Speed plays a part. Oh, still in third. Who was Tottenham's manager during the controversial 06?
Min-Hyeok. I don't know.
You are right. It was Min-Hyeok. You got that right. You got that right. Oh, you're the only one who got it right. You're the only one. You might go top. You might go top.
I wasn't even born,
You
mate.
top. You got top. You got top. You've got to keep your nerve now. What term was famously associated with extra time?
Third time. I got to win now. I might win money.
You might win some money. You're ahead. If you get this question right, you win, David. Newcastle signed which player from Atalanta? Almiron.
Yeah, he won.
Oh, you've won. You've actually won it, David. David's won it.
That's failing successfully, that. Imagine. Bobby Charlton.
Won. After the Bobby Charlton debacle, you got it right. You're winning.
He got the easiest bunch of questions as well.
No, I did not.
Henry's up next now. Henry,
Stop it.
Look at that. You win there, people. It's great. You win actual cash prize on this. We're going to go again. Henry, you're up now. We're straight away ready to go again. We're flying back into this, people. We're flying back into this. Right, here we go. Here we go, Henry. Don't bottle it, son. You're Spurs. What jersey number did Sissoko wear during his time at Tottenham?
17. Oh, no, I think that's right. Man. I think that's wrong. That's wrong.
No, I thought it was 17.
No, it is wrong.
Oh, you got it right. You got it right. Got it right.
Oh, yeah, because Romero
bottled it.
Yeah.
You're top as well, mate, because you were pretty quick on that. You started well. You started well, Henry. What trophy did Liverpool win in 2005? That contributed to their fame,
man. What do you mean? I'm sorry. I said it like after 1 second.
Yeah, all right. I'm sorry, guys. Still top though. Ooh, just about. Just about. What position did Benzema play?
Striker or forward. There you go. Bang with first. Missionary FC still top.
I've heard that. Your missy said that's all you can do. You are hanging on by thread. Where is Man City's football club based? Manchester. Oh, we might have been first there, you know. That's such an easy question.
What are
Make
these
the questions harder. Make the questions harder. If you get this right and quick, how many league goals did Coutinho score in 2017 for Liverpool?
13.
Oh, You were first on. You get it right. You won. Oh, you done it. You done it.
Fraudulent. My questions were peak compared to
What? I had to get
He bowled in the last.
How was I first and lost the quiz?
Spurs.
How have I finished? Hang on, that is
so Spursy, Henry, man.
We lost the goal difference. We lost the goal difference on the last day.
How do I answer the question first and lose?
Giuseppe, we're getting back to you again now, bro. I'm gonna give you you're gonna get to go back in again. Oh my word, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Absolute disgrace.
Giuseppe, now it's your go, brother. I'm going to move my mouse a bit so I can get it to the numbers quicker. Right. Ready, let's do this. Which club did Spurs sign Brian Hill from?
Oh, the Seville.
I don't know the answer to that one. It was Sevilla, though.
Yeah.
I thought about Lamina. That's how I got it, whatever his name is.
Where are you? Second to Chike. Big up, Chike. Hope you're well, bro. And Olu, of course, as well. Which number associated with Tottenham's creative midfielder was famously worn by Modric?
19. 8.
No, it was 19. Man. It was 19.
It was 14. No one got it right. No one got it right. No one got it right.
Bro.
Nobody got it right. That was a chance. That was a chance to go ahead. Up next. What club did Tottenham acquire Ruiz from?
That's easy.
Leon.
That's easy.
You were first there. You might go top here.
Why are all my questions Spurs based?
I don't know. It's all random, mate. It's all they must know. They must know.
You
might have gone top though.
How does he get in first and he's still second? This game's
because he's behind.
Beautiful. Download it.
In what year was City founded?
I don't know. 1880.
I want to say. I want to see 1902.
Yeah,
oh, you got it right.
It's 1880.
You got it right. It depends. It depends who else got it right. Oh, you got top. You got top. One to go. Which club did Arsenal sign Aubameyang from?
Oh, Borussia Dortmund.
There we go. It looks like you were first, but you never quite know. You never quite know. Giuseppe, has he come out on top? Yeah. He smashed it. Smashed it. Go on, Giuseppe. There we go. We win again. Ram, you're up again next, bruv. Playing for the cash money. Let's go, people. Get signed up now to quiz. It's an amazing game. You can play with your friends, your family, by yourself, whatever it may be. We're ready to go. We're ready to go again, Ram. You ready, bruv?
Yeah, man.
Oh, you sound it. Liven up. Liven up. Which City player was named Premier League Player of the Season in 20... Cool. Ooh. You're the only one so far. So that... Oh, yeah. You only one who got it right. Go on, Ram. Go on, Ram. You get them right, you got a good chance to win. You got a nice lead now. In which country is Ronaldinho? Oh, it's easy. Easy.
It's harder to claw back a lead.
It is hard to claw back a lead. Liverpool won their first league title.
1901. 1901.
1901. This is a tough question.
2019 now, wouldn't you?
Ram smashed it. The only one again. Twice now you've been the only one to get a question right. Yeah. You are so far ahead now. You should be winning. Nearly 10,000 points. Gerd Müller held the record for most goals in the calendar year. Who broke it? Yeah, there we go. Everyone should get this right. Everyone does. That's a great question, quiz. These are more. We need more like this. More like this. You stay top. You get this right, and you've won it by a landslide, Ram. Van Dijk's presence has been significant for Liverpool's
defensive record.
Oh, I like those questions too. A little bit tricky. Boom. You smashed it, bruv. Smashed it. George, you're up again next, bro. We've got to put Jords on next. I'm making some good profit tonight of you boys as well. So thanks.
Wait, where's my commission, Terry? Where can I get my cut?
I'll pay a little cut, bruv, when you cut that hair. You cut, I cut. That's what we'll do. All right. George, you ready to go, brother? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go. Right. Which player signed for Fergie in 2003 and went on to win a Ballon d'Or?
Ronaldo.
Wow, slow, bro.
Someone put Van Nistelrooy, man. I love that. I love Van Nistelrooy, but still. Okay. Oh, just about in second place, but you're in with a shout. Right. What is your nationality? French.
Oh wow, France.
He glitched. He said it. I heard him backstage. It's cool. I heard it. I heard it.
Are you sure this isn't on your Wi-Fi?
What team did Chelsea beat in the 2015 League Cup final?
Tottenham.
Yeah, cheers, quiz.
It's brilliant. This is amazing that's come out. Who put Arsenal? Oh, you got top. You got top with 2 questions to go. What position does Thiago Gooden play? Defender. There we go. Oh, I think we were second on that one. Ooh, stay top. This is it. Get it right. Get it quick. While on loan at Bayern Munich, Coutinho's hat-trick included long shots against
Schalke.
I don't know the answer. This is a hard one. Werder Bremen. How hard's that? I hope it weren't Chico that got it right. It wasn't. You still won. You still won. Oh, he held on. He held on. He held on there. He held on. Oh, wow. What else we got here? We got any other? Have they put any other quizzes on there for us? No, we're in the same ones. We're going to go back into this one again now. I'm going to give it a go because I ain't played yet. I haven't had an actual go yet. Why did someone write? Why did you write Sevilla?
I'm going to head off. Yeah, I appreciate you.
All right, bro. No worries, my man.
Yeah, guys.
No worries. No worries at all. Right. Let's have a little go in. By the way, quiz guys, you want to create a bigger quiz, maybe with 4 or 5 additional people, let us know and we'll add that in as well. And we'll give it a go because there's more competition. Let's do a bigger one to end the show with. And of course, people are going to be downloading it, getting ready, playing it. Which Chelsea nicknamed the Bison? SEN.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that quick.
Boom. Oh, neck and neck there. Which Arsenal player? Which you do? 2004. That's a guess. Oh, it was 6. Ah, damn. I didn't know that. Just guessed wrong. So definitely going to be.
I think 4 was Xavi, was it?
Yeah, Xavi might have been earlier than that. Which number? Which Harry Kane wear 9? Was he wear 10? No, he wears 9, didn't he?
No, he was 10 for Spurs.
Bloody hell. At least I'm in second.
Because we got Richarlison. That's why he was 10.
Mm-hmm. Before joining Rome, Gareth Bale, which Premier League team Spurs. Oh, it's too
There's a lot
slow,
of Tottenham questions in here, isn't there?
Loads of Tottenham questions tonight. Loads of Tottenham questions.
Giuseppe loves it.
I need to get this right. In which year did Tottenham first win the European trophy? 63. It's probably wrong.
No, 72.
That's right.
Spurs fan! How are you getting that wrong?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I come last though. How did I come last? Oh, I'm so gutted.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play it again. I mean, I got it right. I didn't listen
European
to you.
trophy or a. What was
I think it said European. I think it said European.
Yeah,
trophy.
European.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I was gutted. It came last there, but I only got one wrong. I'm gonna put David up again now. You got exposed there, Henry. You got proper exposed.
Yeah, pretty bad, isn't it?
I think David's had the worst one, even though he still won when he didn't say Wayne Rooney for Man United.
No, that's not bad though, is it?
Yeah, but
that's not.
But that was such big news. But that was such big news when he did it. Like,
yeah, but I was a kid, mate.
True.
No, everyone just knows he was like England and Man United's top goal scorer. Like, I was like, that was just common knowledge.
I don't remember.
Don't play on it because the second you answered it, you're like, I got it wrong.
Yeah, because I knew. I was like, no, I do remember that happening, but like, it's not like Wayne Rooney breaking Bobby Charlton's records a core memory for me or anything. It's like, I don't care.
No, I hear you on that. I do hear you on that. Let's have a little. Come on, then, peeps. Let's get in. Let's get another quiz done. David wants to take you on. David thinks he knows more than you. David thinks he knows more than you. Sophia, thank you very much for taking part. Always means a great, great deal to us. It really, really does. Well done for winning. There we go. You ready, David? I hope you're ready. Right, 3, 2, and 1. What stand at United was named after Sir Alex?
East. I don't bloody know that. I don't bloody know that. Who knows
Nah, it was the
that?
North. It was the North stand. I did.
It's fine. I got the first one wrong last
When
time.
in doubt, go for North.
Cruz began his professional career at what club?
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen. Oh, someone's gone Hamburg. Or
what?
That might not be right. We need to get that checked.
No, that is right. That is right.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yeah, it was.
I
Yeah,
don't know. Ball,
in which stadium did Chelsea win the? What?
I can't even remember. Baku.
Yeah, it was Baku.
It would be
Baku.
It must
be
Arsenal.
Baku,
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Giuseppe, but they did.
Davey, I mean, there's just no way you can win now. You're having such a mare.
Just not, is there?
Having such a mare.
It's fine. I've already won once.
In which city was the 2019 Champions League final?
Madrid. No.
Yep.
Istanbul. Madrid. I don't know.
Madrid.
No,
Liverpool beat us.
You know, it's that every single final that's mentioned about Spurs, they lose.
Cheers, mate.
Barring one. Fabian Ruiz, legend of which club?
That's such a bad question.
Yeah. You had an absolute mare.
I enjoy like learning something new. So I don't mind getting them wrong.
There we go. We're gonna play. I'm gonna have another go. I'm not coming third. I've got to try and win one. To be honest with you. You want to take on the man? You want to take me on, people? Get yourselves in there to quiz. And if you haven't done it yet, get yourself signed up to an account. It's an amazing game. It's so much fun. And it's knowledge-based. It's all about your knowledge. That's what it is. It's knowledge-based. And if you're smart, you can win loads of money.
I need to shoot, guys. I've got to pick up the missus from the station.
All right, mate.
So, yeah. See you all later, yeah? Take care.
Cheers, mate. Final game. It's the final countdown. Oh, I'm up against Chike. Well, David, yes, you can play, but you've got to go and enter. Here we go. We're ready now. We're ready to go. Let's do this. Which Arsenal manager has the most wins for the club? It's got to be Wenger. Maybe Herbert Chapman. Oh, it is Wenger. Woo! I'm glad I got it right. Where am I sitting? Oh, second. That's fine. Chike lost that one. What's Neymar's full name? I'm going to go with the one that has the word junior in it. That was a guess. It's got junior in it. I didn't know. Oh, closing in. Ronaldinho won the FIFA Player World how many times? Once. Swear it was only once. Couldn't have been 3 times. Oh, twice! No! I terrible knowledge. Done. And I'm bottom again. Chike's gone top. No! Who wore the number 4 jersey? Van Dijk. Okay, cool. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done. I've won every... Oh, bottom again. I can't win either now. It's impossible. What number did Gareth Bale wear during his time at Tottenham? 3 and 10. No, 3 and 11. Oh, I got it wrong again. Oh, no. Absolute mare. I've had a mare. I'm going to sack... No, Mama Flossie, you're right. I'm going to sack myself. That was shocking. I knew it wasn't 10. I don't even know why I said it. Oh, listen, people, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Go check out Quiz as I take you back to the lobby now so you can all see it. Amazing game. Loads of different quizzes on there for you. As you can see, there's movie... I might actually do the movie quiz. I'm going to do the movie quiz just while we're on here for a laugh. I'm going to do the movie quiz. Let's see what happens here. Oh, hello, Gordon. Right, let's do the movie quiz. I might do terrible. I might do good. I don't know. Okay. In Frozen, who are the wise... I don't know.
I think Cliff.
Cliff would make sense. Ah, guess right. I didn't know. I haven't watched Frozen. I was a grown man when that came out. I was a grown man. All right. In The Incredibles, what is Daffy's superpower? Speed. Yeah. Oh, bloody hell.
Surely though, it's dash, isn't it? It's dash. It's dash.
Speedy come out with.
It would make sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Oh, hey, I'm top Rav. Here we go. Right. In Star Wars, who ordered the creation of the clone army? That was
Cypher DS. Cypher B.
Oh my god! Geeks! KJ's backstage geeking out here. Ooh, movies! Thank you, bro. In the MCU, whose costume includes a web pattern? Of course, it's Spider-Man. Yeah. I got that one. Boys. I'm on that one still. There, KJ, I love you, bro. Thank you for being a geek. Brother. Here we go. In Avatar, The Way of the Water, what species does Steak Dilly belong to?
Navi.
I wouldn't have known. I'm terrible. I had a good film knowledge. Look, KJ, you deserve that 50p that I've just won. You can have that, KJ. You can have that 50 cents, bro.
Well, I saw films and I knew you needed help, so I thought, why not? In it.
As soon as I saw that geek stuff, I was in trouble, man. I was in trouble. Listen, people, go and sign up now. Get yourself an account of quiz. There's loads of free quizzes on there to play. There's somewhere you can win some money as well. It's an amazing game. It really is. For everybody, thank you very much for saying they've been quality, bro. We try to add something different to our shows all the time. Until next time, people, take care of yourselves. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again very, very soon. Peace.